Hey kids, welcome to section 2.2, state income tax. Today we're going to compute state taxes on a straight percent basis. How are the taxes you pay used? So whenever you get a paycheck, some of your money is coming out of it in order to go to the state government. And the question is, well, what's the point? What do we get out of it? Well, most states require employers to withhold a certain amount of money of pay for income tax. In some states, the tax withheld is a percent of taxable wages. But as of 2020, there are 7 states that have no personal income tax: Alaska, Florida, Nevada, South Dakota, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming. So if you don't want to pay any personal income tax, go to those states. Your taxable wages depends on exemptions. So exemptions are like withholding allowances, which allow for supporting yourself, your spouse, and others in your family who are your dependents. So if you have any children, if you're married or single, if you are caring for other people in your household, all of these things go into determining how much you're going to be giving to this state that you live in from your paycheck. So to find your taxable wages, you're going to take your annual gross pay and subtract your exemptions. Now, these exemptions are going to come from the exemption table. If you are single, you get to take off $2,000. If you are married, you subtract $4,000. If you have children, it's $2,000 apiece. Now, these exemptions are money that you don't have to pay taxes on. So it's like getting paid and not having to pay any taxes on it. Then to find your state income tax, you're going to take your taxable wages from the previous step and multiply by the tax rate. This is usually going to be a percentage, and so you're going to have to change it to a decimal before you can do anything. So here are some examples. Find the amount withheld annually for state income tax. Well, your gross pay is $23,760. You're married with 3 dependents, and your state income tax rate is 4%. Well, from the previous chart, if you're married, that's a $4,000 exemption. So we're going to take that $23,760 and subtract $4,000. Now, you also get to take $2,000 for each dependent. So 3 dependents would be $6,000. So maybe we'll just write it over here. Married is $4,000. Single is $2,000. And each dependent is also $2,000. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is figure out what your taxable wages are. So if I subtract this, I get $13,760. That's how much money the state will tax me on. So I'm going to take that amount and multiply it by the income tax rate as a decimal. So remember, if you don't remember how to change 4% to a decimal, you just do 4 divided by 100, and that's how you get 0.04, which is what we multiply by. So I can multiply these two values together and get $550.40. This is how much the state will take out of your paychecks throughout the year to give for state income tax. All right, let's try B. Gross pay is $43,300. Single with 1 dependent, state income tax is 5%. So I'm going to take my gross pay, $43,300. I'm single, so I get to subtract $2,000. I have 1 dependent, so I get to subtract $2,000. So that's going to give me $39,300. That's my taxable wages. That's how much money my state can tax me on. So now I'm going to use the 5%. So $39,300 times 5% as a decimal is 0.05. So if I multiply that, I get $1,965. So the state will take throughout the course of the year $1,965. Okay, so for example number 2, Sue Jones earns an annual salary of $42,780 as bank manager. She is married and has 4 children. Her state withholding tax rate is 4.7% of taxable earnings, What is her annual state tax withholding rounded to the nearest dollar? Okay, so first, Sue makes $42,780. I'm going to subtract off, because she's married, $4,000. I'm going to subtract off 4 children. So 4 times 2,000 is 8,000. And so that's going to give me 30,780. Then I'm going to take that 30,780 and I'm going to multiply it by 4.7% as a decimal. So remember, if you don't know how to change a percent to a decimal, you just take 4.7 and divide by 100, and that's how you get 0.047. So if I multiply here, I get $1,447. That's how much Sue is going to have taken out of her paychecks per year for annual income tax. All right, example number 3. Velma Reeves earns an annual salary of $122,680 as a district court judge. She is married and has 3 children. Her state withholding tax rate is 3.9% of taxable earnings. Part A, what is the amount of Velma's personal exemption? Well, she's married, so that's $4,000. She has 3 children, so that's $6,000. That's a total of $10,000. What is her annual state tax withholding rounded to the nearest dollar? So if I take 122,680 and subtract the 10,000, that'll give me 112,680. And then I can take that number, 112,680, and multiply it by 3.9% as a decimal. And that's going to give me, rounded to the nearest dollar, $4,395. All right, last example. Lucy Down earns an annual salary of $25,890 as an administrative assistant. She is married and has 1 child. Her state withholding tax rate is 4.8% of taxable earnings. What is her annual state tax withholding? Okay, so I can take her annual pay, which is $25,890. I can subtract off 4,000 because she's married. And I can subtract off 2,000 because she has 1 child. So that's going to give me $19,890 of taxable income. So I can take that value and multiply it by 4.8% as a decimal. And that's going to give me $954.72. All right. So remember, if you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, keep calm and keep trucking.